95% of the people are going to be absolutely fine if you tell them you're trans or if I tell them I'm gay. But just on the off chance that someone's going to be a dick about it, you just don't want to risk it. So you're always going to be a bit uncomfortable.
Bender Defenders. Wow. This whole film was done just incredibly well. I mean, cinematography was absolutely beautiful. I loved the clarity of the picture. But the thing that touches your heart is the story about Bender Defenders and why such a place exists. And I just think that it was really, really wonderful that it did exist. Kind of how everyone, kind of their stories and how they came about and wanting to be a part of a gym and a community, and that camaraderie that's there when you're learning a martial art or really any kind of sport. Everybody deserves that, just everybody. So I loved that. I think that the music was great. The whole film was so educational and just powerful in and of itself, that the message of love wins. Camera work was fantastic. That pillow fight at the end, it just made me so happy. It was so much fun. Yeah, this was great.
Bender Defenders. I really, really enjoyed this. I think this highlighted a really important aspect as the world is growing and changing and accepting more and more. There are still aspects like sports, for example, that have not made any kind of progression, or definitely not made the types of progression to catch up with the rest of society. And I feel like because there's so much, growth and acceptance, and still a lot of hate and ignorance as well, but because there's so much nowadays of support and things like that, it doesn't often get highlighted, the aspects of society, the aspects of life, like gyms, like working out, like specific subsets of that, like classes and martial arts and things like that haven't made that type of progress, and they really are not catching up with society and not progressing with the rest of everybody else. And I think that, like I said, this really highlighted that and highlighted a way that they're trying to provide that space and the importance of the space, what they're trying to make that safe space feel like, and not just for queer people but for everybody. And I think that it's so wonderful. It's such a great message. And again, it really highlights a part of a problem and, something that people face every day that needs to be highlighted, needs to be put out there, because the more, visibility it has, the more maybe other people will try and do the same thing and, create their own safe spaces, their own safe gyms. And I think that is wonderful. So I really, really liked this.
This film was called Bender Defenders. This was a heartwarming LGBTQ+ short. It was so lovely to show such a diverse group enjoying the community and the sport together. This film is very timely in that there has been so much discussion in society about treating people in the LGBTQ+ community fairly when it comes to sport. The interviews were so candid and intimate. I really enjoyed the cinematography in the film. The extreme close-ups and slow-mo during fights were tastefully done. I love the joy shown in this film. Very inspiring, upbeat, and optimistic. Well done. Bender Defenders. Check it out.